In the bamboo forest of Ma and Di town, tens of thousands of jungle queen begin their annual party. They're very cautious about the sound of bamboo leaves. This is a self-defense mechanism developed through evolution. Liu Jiazhu and Zhou Xuesong continue their tracking. Entomologist Xuesong is working on another investigation, a general survey of insects in Ma and Di. For several days, Xuesong and his co-worker Wu Xiaoqiang have used a variety of methods to collect specimens. They too are curious about the behavior of the jungle queen butterflies. It is market day and the butterflies join the fair too. It seems that the jungle queen are fond of human living areas. Contrary to their vigilance in the bamboo forests, they are bold when flying around people. Even the tiny bit of salt in a person's sweat can attract them. During their gathering period, the jungle queen butterflies appear anywhere there is food. They throng to the road for food waste, but many are killed by traffic. Many kinds of butterflies eat only pollen as food, but the jungle queen butterflies have a much wider appetite. Their food includes salt from wetlands and moss, honeydew secreted by other insects, and even rotten and fermented food. A gathering of millions of butterflies can easily cause a food shortage and result in a lower number in their next generation. However, jungle queen butterflies have never encountered such a situation. Perhaps this is because of their unusual feeding habits. In Ma and Di, there must be a large amount of food favored by the jungle queen butterflies. Xuesong wants to discover these through an interesting experiment. Salt and brown sugar are favorites of most butterflies, so these are the scientist's first choice for the experiment. A mixture, the major ingredient of which is a local liquor, is used as the third ingredient because its smell and components are very close to those of fermented food. The fourth ingredient is water. 4 specially designed grass ropes were soaked in the 4 liquids. The experiment is placed in a vast bamboo forest in the valley. Colorful pieces of cloth are tied to the 4 ropes. White represents salt water, red is brown sugar, orange indicates the liquor mixture, and blue is water. Xuesong's experiment is inspired by the legend of the butterfly spring. It is said that when large numbers of butterflies appear in the spring, they would hang on strings in tree branches. Xuesong knows he will be able to tell which rope is the most attractive by counting the butterflies on the ropes. Liu Jiazhu and Zhou Xuesong are looking for their targets too. It's been half a month, and it's about time for the female butterflies to lay their eggs. However, their only clue is that the female butterflies hang upside down on the back of bamboo leaves and stay very still. The most important task for the butterflies is reproduction. Liu Jiazhu found something on the bamboo leaves, and these turn out to be butterfly eggs. The climate is changing frequently. It starts to rain just as the experiment is getting started. Butterflies don't like to fly in the rain. The weather is unfavorable for the experiment. The situation improves as a couple of butterflies rush to the third rope. About 10 minutes later, there are 8 butterflies on the third rope. There are none on the other 3. To everyone's surprise, salt and sugar, normally favorites for butterflies, have no attraction for them. It seems the jungle queen butterflies like the liquor the most. They are all sucking the dew with their straw-like mouths. It takes a butterfly hours to lay eggs. This female jungle queen is still working on it. She leaves all the offspring on the same leaf so they have a better chance of survival. The jungle queen butterflies are beginning the circle of life anew in the rain. The rain has become heavier, and the butterflies have flown into the shelter of the bamboo. The ropes have been diluted by the rain and the results of the experiment are naturally affected. Xuesong decides to do the experiment again on a sunny day. It's been rainy all day and clear at night for several days. Liu Jiazhu and Zhou Xuesong have decided to explore the bamboo forest at night. Most butterflies are diurnal insects, and the jungle queen butterflies are as well. What do they do at night? It is not easy to find them in the dark. It seems that they are perfectly camouflaged. A pre-pupa caterpillar becomes a parent. Compared with its companions, it's nearly a month late in development. A new body is eager to break out from beneath the current form. The forest at night is strange. Everything looks unfamiliar. They are busy all day looking for food. Do they eat at night too? Yao and Zhou found more butterflies on another tree. The rain dew in the moss and sap are bedtime snacks for the butterflies. Butterflies are also found on eucalyptus trees. They drink water when they sleep and eat around the clock, which can extend their lives as much as possible. Possibly tens of thousands of butterflies are doing the same thing in the vast forest tonight. The prepupa is shedding its old cocoon little by little. This is the most fragile moment in its life and is much safer to do at night. It has become a real pupa after exhausting effort. Finally, the rain stops, but there are fewer butterflies in the village. Xuesong must return to Kunming for work, and Wu Xiaochang will finish the experiment for him. She hopes the ropes can lure more butterflies this time. A butterfly or moth gathering often leads to catastrophe for their host plants. Both Jiazhu and Xuesong are curious to find out why the bamboo has not been destroyed by the tremendous number of jungle queen pupa. The ropes have worked. Those soaked in liquor and salt water have become welcome feeders. However, there are fewer butterflies than expected. Wu Xiaochang is worried that the heavy fog has hampered the dispersal of the aroma, and the butterflies further away are unable to smell them. Each female butterfly produces 120 eggs on average. 15 days later, approximately 90 of them are able to survive attacks by Crematogaster ebenina ants and hatch into tiny grubs. Then they start to eat bamboo leaves and their colors change. The larva stage lasts for over 10 months. In the first 8 months, the larvae eat very little and grow slowly. They don't really start eating quantities of bamboo leaves until spring. By then, the number of the survivors is only 1/10 that of the eggs, and a forest catastrophe is avoided. The surviving larvae grow into pupa at the beginning of summer and metamorphose into butterflies 20 days later. The butterflies immediately enter the annual gathering period, which is both the high point and the end of their lives. New lives will be born from the bamboo leaves, and the new cycle of life begins again. There are more than 1,400 Chinese acres of Indosassa sinica bamboo forest in Maandi. And the original bamboo stand in the center. The original forest is completely different from the outer circle. The butterflies wake up as the fog begins to disperse. All of them flock to the third rope. Butterflies prefer certain foodstuffs because they need that particular nutrition. Further chemical analysis and comparison is needed to explain what makes the local liquor the preference of the butterflies. But one thing is for sure, that is, the ingredients are very close to those of fermented food. Foodstuffs abandoned in human settlements and rotten fallen leaves in the bamboo forest give off the same smell. It is obviously easier for them to get access to this kind of food than to nectar. Perhaps that's why the jungle queen butterflies avoid a food shortage during the gathering period and are able to maintain their enormous population. The Jiazhu and Xuesong are still searching for a primeval bamboo forest. Its center is a huge and dense forest of tall bamboos surrounded by other trees. And the secret to the gathering is hidden in this deep forest.
在马鞍底这个区域里边的话呢，在很早以前，这里全是原始森林。那么这个中华大节族的话呢，在常绿阔叶林当中，它只是零星分布。在破坏我们地表层的这个植被的时候，这个竹子的竹编是在地底下的，不容易遭到破坏。而这个竹子的生长的话呢，是非常快的，它也就是在1年之内就能够成林。大面积的这个竹林没有天敌的情况下，那么它的这个 生长的话呢，受到的制约因素就比较小，所以很容易形成比较大的规模。
The natural process of evolution has provided sufficient host plants, a vast living area, and a unique survival strategy. All these elements help create this gathering of jungle queen butterflies. However, there are many more mysteries waiting to be unveiled, such as how the climate is affecting the growth of the butterflies, their enemies, and other butterfly species. The Jiazhu and Zhou Xuesong will go on with their research.